Good morning, happy Monday, welcome back to a new vlog. Today me and Kane have had a busy morning. It is nearly 12 o'clock. So this morning we dropped the boys off at daycare around 8:30 I think. And then we went to Bunnings to get a few things for our rent inspection, which is this Wednesday. We cleaned a lot of the house last week on Thursday when Kane took the day off work. But it's just not worth cleaning the house, like deep cleaning over the weekend when everyone is at home, because it's just going to get dirty again. So we are going to try and get the rest of it done today while there's just Ellie at home. And then tomorrow when Kane is back at work, I will try and get the little last minute bits done, like cleaning the toilet, vacuuming, mopping, that sort of thing. Yeah, so we went to Bunnings after we dropped the boys off to get some cleaning stuff, and then we went to McDonald's and got a coffee and then came home, and we've just been doing stuff on the computer since then. We've been trying to get on to do our tax because it's the 1st of July, but there's a queue. We probably won't be able to do it today. Realistically, everybody's trying to do it today. And we also uploaded the vlog that I posted before this. So I'll just quickly show you what we got from Bunnings. So first of all, we got some weed killer. We have some garden beds out the back of the house and they just get absolutely filled with weeds. So we grabbed some of that. And then we grabbed some triclinium. We were gonna go to Super Cheap Auto and get like a can of degreaser, but I saw this on the way out, and I know that this is really good for stuff like the rain hood filters for your stovetop. And it also says you can use it for grease and oil stains on driveways and concrete floors. So we will give this a go, hopefully it's good. I was actually surprised to see this in stock at Bunnings. They had probably like 3 or 4 boxes of it, plus ones on top, because everybody on TikTok like goes on about this and it's always out of stock. We also grabbed some magic erasers because we have toddlers that they don't draw on the walls, but somehow crap gets on the walls anyway. Then we got some car wash. This isn't for the rent inspection, but Kane said it would be fun to let Mason try and wash our cars, so we got some of this, plus 2 big sponges, so one for Kane, one for Mason. And then I just got 2 empty spray bottles in case I needed it for the triclinium, but I don't think I will. I think you're meant to mix it in a bucket and then use it with like a scrubbing brush or something like that. I can't close it, but just 2 of those. And that is everything we got from Bunnings. So Kane has just gone around the house and wiped all the marks off the walls with the magic eraser, and now we're going to clean our bedroom because we haven't been able to do that because Ellie is always sleeping in our room, but today she is refusing to sleep anywhere but our chest. So we're going to try and do that while we just like watch her sleep on the bed. We're just about to switch Teddy's car seat around. So he's been rear facing, he's 2. Mason is in the middle, forward facing, and Ellie's in the capsule over there, but it's just so hard. Teddy is just too big to like fold in half and get over the tether strap, so we're going to switch him to forward facing. All right, we're all done. It didn't actually take as long as we thought it was gonna, because every time we do the forward facing seat for Mason it takes us forever, but we've done it and it is literally not going anywhere. It's so tight. And they all just look like they fit so much better as well. I'll go around to the front. This is what it looks like. You can't really see, but that's what it looks like. Ellie fell asleep like right away. Of course she did. She'll sleep anywhere except her bed. Kana's just scrubbing the driveway to try and get off the engine oil stains.
Better?
Is it?
I think so.
Sure. We're just using the triclinium. Been a few hours. I haven't really filmed much today just because we've been so busy cleaning the house and also taking turns holding Ellie because she just is not sleeping in her bassinet today. She slept in her pram and that's it. She's just slept on us for the rest of the day. But we've just gotten home from picking the kids up from daycare and we're having dinner now. Teddy absolutely loved his car seat being turned around. At first he was like, no. But then we were going around the corners, he was like, wow. And then we were going around the roundabout, he's like, wee. So he enjoyed it, but I'll show you dinner. We are just dumping KFC on the table. We've got the Christmas and July feast. It's the 1st of July, so this is out now. It's such a good deal. You get 10 pieces of chicken, 10 wicked wings, 10 nuggets, maxi popcorn chicken and 4 sides. Hello! Did you have a good day today?
Yes, but do we have some dip in there?
No, it doesn't come with dip. We'll have to get it from the fridge. Or you could eat it without dip.
Or can you get it one?
Yeah. Do you want red or brown?
Red.
Okay. Hi, Teddy. Hey, y'all. Is it so yummy? Yeah. Make sure you save some for Mummy and Dada, though.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like you are.
But you're taking. Oh, thank
Cheeky
you.
monkey. Oh, thank you so much.
That was yours. And that was Mummy's. That was Mummy's.
Yummy?
Yummy.
And that was Mummy's. And Mummy.
Yummy.
How about
Show me your feet.
Mummy?
Look at your little toe.
Mummy,
Yeah.
can you get something?
No, thank you. Can you put it on the table, please? Yeah. You want red?
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks for throwing that at me. Oh. Oh. Mason. Ah. Whoa. And then. Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa.
Mummy.
Mummy, look how whoa I am right now.
Look. Mason. Teddy. Mushroom. Not outside.
Morning.
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 Mommy.
Morning.
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 Mommy.
Can I have a kiss? Mwah.
Mwah.
Morning.
Morning.
Shall we go?
Yes.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Morning, happy Tuesday. It's the next day, obviously. I've just taken the boys to daycare. Ellie woke up while I was gone, but Kane managed to get her back to sleep, so she's just sleeping on our bed at the moment while I quickly make myself a cup of coffee. Today I need to try and get the house clean. It's relatively clean, like it's not that dirty because we have been cleaning over the last couple of days since Thursday last week. I just need to do like those last little bits and pieces that you can't really do until the day before your inspection. So I need to do like toilets, make sure the toilets are clean, vacuum the floors obviously. I did the oven yesterday because we weren't gonna cook dinner tonight, but now I am. I'm gonna cook a lamb roast, hopefully, if all goes well, or I might actually just put it in the slow cooker. I'll just talk to Kane about it and see what he reckons, because he doesn't really like slow cooker. Sorry, he's in the shower. He doesn't really like slow cooker meals. So I'll see what he thinks about me putting the lamb roast in the slow cooker, and then I might not have to, because I don't want to have to clean the oven again. And then the other thing that I really need to make sure I do today is go outside and just tidy up all of the boys' toys, because they're just all over. So I think I might just, I was gonna get the sweeping brush and just sweep them all into the corner. We've actually got, I think it's still out there somewhere, we've got one of those big flexi tubs. So I might actually put all of their toys inside the pink flexi tub and just put it in the undercover area, so that if it rains, like it's not gonna get full of rainwater. So I'll do that, and then I need to scrub the sink, and then pretty much just go through the house and make sure things are clean. Like I cleaned the kids' bathroom last week, but I know I need to do the shower in there still. Plus they've obviously like had baths pretty much every night since I cleaned it, so I'll need to make sure there's no muck in the bath or in the sink or anything like that. But we did pretty much all of the fiddly things already. I just had Ellie cough, so I'll have to be quick. But yeah, that's the plan today. Although if today is anything like yesterday, I'm not going to be able to get much done because she would not sleep in her bassinet all day. We had to take turns holding her, and whoever wasn't holding her was cleaning. So yeah, but I'm just gonna try and chill for the first part of the morning. She's gonna wake up soon to eat. She's been sleeping pretty good on the night times lately. Like she's been doing a long stretch at the beginning of the night instead of in the middle of the night. Before, it was sort of like she was awake from like 5 or 6 until like 9 o'clock, but then she would do a long stretch of sleep. And now it's like, last night she went to bed at 7 and slept until 1. The night before she did 8 till 1, so that's awesome. But yeah, I'm gonna just go sit in bed with her until she wakes up. It is 25 to 10 now. I got a bit distracted while I was in there feeding Ellie, but she's asleep now. Hopefully she stays asleep for a little bit. But I was on my phone, I was doing my tax return because we managed to get on yesterday and do Kane's tax return, and then I didn't work last financial year, so I earned below the tax-free threshold from like family payments and stuff like that. So I advised with Centrelink that I don't need to do a tax return, and then they said you need to tell the ATO that you're not doing a tax return. And I thought, oh, I'll do it later, like we're busy. So I went on to do that this morning, but turns out I did need to do a tax return because I have an active ABN. So I guess regardless of whether you are earning money through your ABN or not, you still need to do a tax return. But I don't owe anything and I'm not getting any tax back because I didn't pay any tax. But that's done. And while I was on the computer, I had to go on the computer to get Kane's pay slips, but while I was on the computer, I checked my emails, and then I realized I hadn't paid my Canva because my card expired. So I went on to Canva, paid that. And then while I was on there, I just started making worksheets for Teddy. Not worksheets, but I want to make him like a toddler learning binder. I keep seeing them come up on Instagram ads. And then I also saw them on a YouTube video from this mama's house. I actually need to go on her video and rewatch it again because I want to see what other pages she's got in hers. But I made like one with the letters so we can start teaching him the alphabet and like phonics, what noises or what sounds each letter makes. And then I made like one for colors. So like I've done red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, pink, brown, black and white. And then I made a second copy of the colors. So we'll have one for teaching and then one for matching. So I'm gonna cut out the little rectangles that I made of the colors and then put Velcro dots on the back so he can try and do like matching of the colors. But I need to figure out what else to put in this toddler learning binder for him. Just like basic stuff, like, yeah, letters, numbers, colors, that sort of thing, because he's only just turned 2. And Mason already knows all of that. He can like count to 30. He knows all of his letters, all of his colors, all of his numbers. With him, I think we're mainly trying to focus on sight words, like teaching him how to read really basic words and continuing on with letter recognition and what sounds each letter makes. In my last vlog, actually, I put a little clip at the end, but we've just paid for the subscription for ABC Reading Eggs and their math seeds. So he can start learning like that on his iPad. What else? We're also trying to teach him like to hold his pencil and learn to write his name, probably is what we'll start with, and like letters and numbers and like tracing lines and pictures and stuff like that. But yeah, I just got myself distracted again talking about the things that I got distracted by. But because she's asleep, I'm gonna do the one job that I really need to get done that can really only be done if someone else is holding her or if she's asleep in the bassinet, and that's cleaning outside. Just had to get my phone out because for some reason my camera wouldn't film it. But yeah, it's just a little bit messy. It's not really that bad. Oh god, there's a nappy there. Yeah, I just want to tidy up these toys and then that's actually it. So I'll quickly do that now. Okay, all done. It only took me a couple minutes. Just piled everything in there. I was going to put it in that tub, but it's got water in it, so I'll just leave it. All right, I finished cleaning the outside. I am just sitting down to write a to-do list of everything else that we need to do, because I know if I don't write it down and I just like try to think of what we need to do, I'm gonna end up forgetting some things. So I'm gonna write a to-do list. I'm gonna include the things that I've already done, and I'll tick them off just so I know that I've done them. Okay. I'm trying to show so you can see it. Okay, so I have tidied the garden. Tidy garden. That's done. I have, what have I done? I've put the laundry in the dryer. And I need to wash the wipes and cloths, but I'm gonna do that at the end of the day because I'm gonna use cloths like during today for some cleaning. I need to scrub kitchen sink, and then I don't know if I need to wipe over the kitchen cupboards, but I'll write it down anyway. My handwriting is so bad. I need to bring the bins in because they are getting emptied today, and then I need to take rubbish out, which means I need to like collect all rubbish from around the house. I need to clean high chair. But that will be after dinner because obviously Teddy's gonna, well, I'll wipe it before he has dinner, but then I'll clean it again after he has dinner. What else? Gosh, I need to tidy our bedroom again because even though I did it yesterday, there is now more laundry on the floor that needs to be done. Obviously I need to vacuum and mop, but I'm gonna put that at the end because that's like the last things that we do before we go to bed the night before inspection. I need to actually get down and wipe the toilet floor in the kids' toilet because the vacuum doesn't get behind the toilet, so I need to do that. And I also need to clean both toilets. They're not that dirty, it's just like getting off the dust and stuff. I need to scrub the ensuite shower, and then I need to re-clean the kids' bathroom because I did it last week, but they've bathed. I think I said this morning. I've cleaned their bathroom already, but they've had baths like every day since I've cleaned their bathroom, so I just need to make sure it's not like mucky or dusty or anything like that. Just give it another quick wipe over, and then I also need to do the shower in their bathroom too because Kane's been using that shower when Ellie's sleeping in our bedroom, so he doesn't wake her up. Oh, this seems like such a lot to do. I'm just gonna add vacuum and mop at the end. Oh, I hope this is all I need to do. I also need to empty the dishwasher. Like on top of all of this cleaning that I have to do for the inspection, I also have my like normal daily tasks that need to get done. I'm just looking around the house. I put a bag of rubbish at the front door for Kane to take out with him when he left, but he didn't. But to be fair, I didn't tell him to take it out, and he was in a rush. I don't think there's anything other than this to do. We're lucky in a sense because this house is very small. There isn't any really like extra rooms. Like there aren't any rooms that don't get used, because you know sometimes when you've got like a spare bedroom, it just gets really untidy because it becomes like a dumping ground. We've had spare bedrooms or theatre rooms in all of the houses that we lived in before this house, and they always just become a dumping ground. But in this house, every room gets used. We've only got 3 bedrooms, they all get used. There's no theatre room. There isn't any places in this house to become a dumping ground because otherwise it will just look really untidy and messy. I would say the only thing that does get stuff dumped on is the dining table. Like there are things on the dining table right now, but they get used every day, like Mason's pencils, his colouring in books, paper, and then the binder that I showed you in my last vlog with the preschool workbook, that's getting used. Oh, I hope I haven't forgotten anything, but if I think of anything else throughout the day, I'll add it in. But this is quite a long to-do list. Although everything on the list will only take a few minutes each, it just looks like a lot because I've broken it down. I could just easily say like, clean the kitchen, but that's not specific enough because I'll forget that I need to wipe the cupboards and I'll just do the sink, that sort of thing. But here is the list. Like I said, pretty much everything is already done. It's just all of the like little last minute bits and bobs. So I'm gonna try and get a start on what I can, because there are obviously some things I can't do yet because like Ellie's sleeping, or it's not worth it to do it now because it will probably get messy again before the end of the day. So it's something that we can just leave until the end of the day. I wish Kane could finish work early because like he doesn't get home until 5:30, and then we have to go and get the boys straight away from daycare, and then we come home and then it's dinner, bath, bed, and then we've only got like 2 hours until we go to bed. So we have to jam everything in 2 hours if I can't get it done right now. So I need to make sure I get it done during the day. But it's hard when you've got a newborn. So hopefully I get like maybe an hour of her in the bassinet and I'll smash out what I can. Inspections are so stressful, and for what reason? It's ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna go clean. It's 10:30 now. I've done a few things. I have scrubbed the kitchen sink, wiped the kitchen cupboards, I've brought the bins in from outside, and I took the rubbish that was in the kitchen and lounge room out into the bins outside. That's it so far. Did I say it was 10:30? I think I did. So I've only been cleaning for about half an hour. I'm gonna quickly make myself something to eat because I heard Ellie let out one single cry, and I went and stood out front. I went and stood at my bedroom door for a few minutes. Well, not for a few minutes, for about a minute, and she didn't cry again. So I'm gonna quickly make myself some lunch before she does actually wake up. She's only been in there for like an hour, not even. So I'm gonna make myself some toasties, sit down and eat them, and then I think the next cleaning I do will be probably the high chair. Oh, she's crying. I'm gonna try and give her a dummy and see if she will go back to sleep so I can quickly eat. I went into our room, but she wasn't actually awake. She must just be crying in her sleep. So that's fine. I'm still gonna quickly make myself some lunch. When I was in the bedroom, I just quickly grabbed the bag of rubbish that we've got in there so that I can take it out later. There are still, like, there's some nappies on the floor from through the night that I'll need to get, but I'll just do that when she's actually properly awake so I don't disturb her. Okay, I'm making toasties for my lunch. Really quick, really easy. I also just had a quick look in the boys' bathroom. Oh, I should say it's the kids' bathroom now, but I looked in the bathroom and it does definitely need a wipe over. There is like dirt in the bath from everybody having a bath over the last like 5 days, and also the sink has ketchup on it from last night, from when we had dinner. Teddy went in there and washed his hands because he like sticks his hands in the bowl of ketchup and like drinks it. He eats more ketchup than food. But Mason went through a similar thing when he was this age, like just licking the sauce off his food and not actually eating the food. And as frustrating as it is, I think we just need to like wait until he grows out of it, because we can't just like, I don't know. I mean, we could always just not give him dip, like ketchup or barbecue sauce, but it's a bit hard when Mason is having sauce and we're having sauce. He'll just either try and steal ours or just get upset. So it's probably something we just have to wait until he grows out of. I can't wait until this inspection is over. It's so stressful, and like we've just signed our lease again, so it's not it's not like they're gonna just kick us out because we've got dust on the skirting boards, but sometimes it really makes you feel like that, especially when you just read stories all the time of people getting kicked out for like the smallest reasons. Although, like I said, we have just signed again for 12 months, so they're not gonna just like boot us out for having a slightly dirty house, and they know that we've just had a baby. I mean, the baby, she's gonna be there tomorrow, the baby, because she's with me all the time. So hopefully if there is something that they aren't happy with, I'm hoping that they just give us a little bit of grace, considering I have just had a baby and Ken works. Like, obviously we clean on the weekend, but we have kids that make the house messy again. Oh, she is crying. Oh, it's so like frustrating when she does this. I'm not frustrated with her, it's just like, it's like, what do I do? It's like got water on the toasting machine. Yeah, it's like, what do I do? Because she lets out a cry, but then when I go in there, she's still asleep. Okay, that was a proper cry. I'm just gonna try and get this in the toasty machine before she like loses her, and then I will try and give her a dummy. I didn't give her one before because she was asleep when I went in. Okay, they're in the toasty machine. I'm gonna give her a dummy and hope that she goes back to sleep for a bit. Here is lunch. Got it made. I went in, gave her a dummy. She's like, when I left her, she was still awake. So it is really like a 50-50. Is she gonna go back to sleep, or is she just going to lie there awake with the dummy in her mouth and then start crying after like 10-15 minutes? But I'm gonna eat this as fast as I can, just in case. I did grab the dirty nappies off the floor while I was in there, and I thought I grabbed all of the dirty laundry, but I saw some more while I was like trying to quietly close the door. So hard when they don't sleep. I mean, she did sleep. She slept for an hour, which is awesome. She is still a baby. Like, she's a baby, but she's still a newborn. So I shouldn't have like super high expectations. And our other, like Mason and Teddy, when they were babies, they did sleep in their bassinet really, really well. Like, we've never, other than like very short periods of time, like when they have their witching hours, when they're like less than a month old, and then when they turn like 4 months old, they have their 4-month sleep regression, and then when they start teething, other than those like big periods of time in their lives, we've never really had too much of a problem with the kids like sleeping in their bassinets. We've never had to co-sleep, which is awesome. But yeah, and I had a feeling when I was pregnant with her, I was like, she's gonna like humble us, because we've always said we've never really had that many problems with our kids sleeping. But I have a feeling she will. Like, she will just not sleep in her bassinet. And she's been all right. She has actually been all right, and I shouldn't complain, because babies, they've just come out of you, and all they've known is your warmth and your like heartbeat and the sound of your womb for 9 months, sometimes 10 months. And to expect them to come out and just sleep flat on their back in a bassinet all the time for hours at a time is really unrealistic. But anyway, I should stop talking and actually eat my food in case she does wake up. It is 1:15. I've just been sitting on the couch with Ellie for the last like 2 hours or so. Oops, she just burped. She woke up at about 11 after I gave her her dummy, managed to eat my food and everything. Yeah, I fed her and we've just been cuddling for the last couple of hours. My dad just came over quickly. He dropped off that little box down there so I can return our coffee machine. If you watched my last vlog, I talked about how our coffee machine is broken, like the grinder not working and the water isn't coming out. And I mentioned it to my mum because she came over last Friday, and I said, do you want to do a live chat with Amazon and just see if we can return it? It's been, she bought it in November 2022 as like a housewarming gift. And yeah, the warranty's expired, and they said you can return it and we'll give you a full refund. So that's crazy. We're getting $400 back for this coffee machine. She said she'll give us the money to put towards a new coffee machine. So in a couple weeks time, we'll do that. I found the coffee machine that I want, but I'm still doing a bit more research. It's the Philips Latte Go model 4300, I'm pretty sure is like the newest one. It's on sale on Amazon right now. It's down like 42% or something like that. It's $700. But yeah, I want a coffee machine that's fully automatic. Like, you literally just press a button and it makes the entire coffee for you, because I think I just need a little bit more like variety with my coffees. Because right now with the coffee machine, the Breville Barista, no, it's not a Breville, sorry, it's a Sunbeam Barista Max, I think is what it's called. It's literally just espresso. But I love my lattes, I love cappuccinos, so I'm looking at like a fully automatic coffee machine, and I think that's the one we're gonna go with, but we'll see in a few hours time. Anyway, in a few weeks time. Anyway, I've just been, yeah, like I said, just been cuddling her on the couch. I called to book an appointment for Mason to get his hair cut next weekend. Not this weekend, but the weekend after. So that's gonna happen in a couple weeks. I also ordered groceries to be delivered tonight, so I'll do a little grocery haul when that gets delivered. I just quickly folded the towels that I washed and dried yesterday, but she's like waking up now, so I'll probably feed her and change her. She'll probably end up falling asleep and we'll end up cuddling again. And then I think I might pop her in the wrap in the carrier and try and at least get the kids' bathroom clean, or I might see if I can put her down in her bassinet. That will probably be, I'll try that first, and if it doesn't work, I'll put her in the wrap, try and clean the kids' bathroom. I'm not gonna bother trying to do the toilets until like later tonight when Mason's gone to bed. Sorry, I'm like, my arm is hurting, so. And yeah, our bedroom is done. I quickly tidied that just a second ago. I popped her down in the bassinet and then she woke up, so I was really fast about it. But then that's really all that needs to be done. It's just a little bit more tidying, a little bit of like a wipe down of everything, and then vacuum and mop tonight. So I'm not stressing about it. I never stress. Like when we get to the day before the rent inspection, I'm like, it's not that big of a deal. Like the house is so small, we're gonna get it clean. But the week leading up to the rent inspection, I'm always stressed. I just need to remind myself, like, it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, I'm just gonna, oh, I think she fell back asleep. Okay, she's back asleep, so I'm just gonna go sit down, maybe have a drink of Pepsi and just wait for her to wake up again. Oh, she's so cute. It's nearly 3 o'clock, it's 20 to 3. I'm just about to try and get Ellie to go to sleep, and hopefully, she's got the hiccups, hopefully I can get her to sleep in the bassinet for at least an hour. I'm hoping for like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours though. I really need to clean the kids' bathroom. I really want to get that done like while I've got the day to myself, because once the kids are home, it's really busy with dinner, bath, bed, etc. But what I'm gonna do is like clean their sink. I'm not gonna bother doing the bath because they're gonna have a bath tonight, and I can quickly wipe it down once they're done. Wipe it down once they're done. And then I am actually gonna try and do just the floor in the kids' toilet, but not clean the toilet until probably tomorrow morning. And then the high chair. I also need to empty the bin again because I took out all of the other rubbish, but I didn't actually empty the kitchen bin, so I need to do that. Fold the clothes, and then I'm pretty much done. I'm making a lamb roast for dinner, and the recipe that I read said take it out an hour before you want to start cooking it, so I'm going to take it out now. This is it, and hopefully it's not off, right? It says it best before the 2nd of July, which is today, so hopefully it's okay. I've had it in the fridge since Friday. Is that when we got groceries delivered? I'm not actually sure. It might have been the food shop before that, but anyway, hopefully it doesn't smell. Otherwise it's takeout for dinner again. So I'm going to leave that on the bench for an hour to come to room temperature, is what the recipe said. So I'm going to do that and want to get it in the oven for about 3:30. I'm going to try and get Ellie to go to sleep, and then yeah, I'm going to try and get the last little bits of cleaning done before everyone's home. Oh yeah, I'm nearly finished doing everything that I can do today. I literally cannot wait to shower. I stink and I look disgusting. I can't wait to shower, but I can't shower until when Kane is home and the boys are in bed, because I actually need to scrub the shower. But I've just cleaned the boys' toilet. I think I already mentioned that I did the bathroom. Did I mention it? I might not have. I've just done their bathroom and I've done their toilet. I've scrubbed the floors on my hands and knees. I've washed my hands. And now I'm gonna vacuum their rooms, and that is actually me done for the day in terms of like inspection cleaning. I also need to, what time is it? I need to put the lamb on in half an hour. I need to do the bath after they have a bath tonight, and then yeah, I need to do the shower, and then it's vacuum and mop. But I am I'm gonna empty the vacuum, and then I'm gonna vacuum their bedrooms, the boys' bedrooms. This vacuum, like, low-key needs to be cleaned on the inside, but that's a job for another day. I've got too much to do already. Yeah, I won't be able to vacuum their rooms tonight, obviously, because they're going to be sleeping in their rooms. So I'm going to quickly do that, do the hallway while I'm there, probably do the bathroom and the laundry as well. And then I'm going to stop because I need to put dinner on, and then there's really nothing I can do until like Kane is home and the boys are in bed. I'm also like getting kind of hungry. I had my toasty at like 10:30, so it's 3 o'clock now. So I am kind of hungry. I wish we had like mee goreng or something. I know it's not healthy, but it's just like I need something easy to eat. Did I leak? Oh yeah, I did. I leaked breast milk. Anyway, sorry if you saw that. I've got like mac and cheese packets. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna eat something, and then I'm just gonna wait until later today to do the rest. I'm just about to put the lamb in the oven. I just looked up a quick recipe from Recipe Tin, so I'm vaguely following that. I don't have like fresh rosemary to use, so I'm just gonna use like dried rosemary. So I'm sure I've got some. Oh my god, I actually don't have that much. Okay, I've got a little bit, so that will have to do. And then what else do I need? I need a fork. Okay, so I'm gonna, oh, I need olive oil too. Okay, so I'll link the recipe below if anyone is interested. It's the 3-hour slow cooked lamb. She also has a 12-hour slow cooked lamb, but I don't have time for that, and I also like don't really want to cook it for that long. Okay, so I'm gonna get the lamb into my pot. Hopefully it doesn't smell. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh. Where is my phone? Right behind me. It smells. I don't know what to do. Oh, it's definitely off. It's not even like when you open meat packet and it smells a little bit. Like, you know, when you open a packet of meat and it like releases a smell because it's just been in plastic. That is off. Oh my god, that is so annoying. That's what I get for not cooking it when I said I was gonna cook it. I was meant to cook it on Saturday. Oh, it actually smells really bad. All right, great. Looks like we're not having lamb for dinner then. We're having something else. Good morning, it's Tuesday now. Oh my god, my hair. I need to brush my hair, but I think I'm gonna wait until after the inspection is done so that I don't have to vacuum up the hair off the floor. Anyway, Kane has just left to take the boys to daycare. I was gonna go, but he said he was gonna do it, so I'm quickly going around the house and doing all the last minute little bits and pieces that I need to get done, like folding the blankets, that blanket. The boys didn't play with their toys this morning, which is great. I like literally now missed it by the skin of my teeth because Mason was about to tip out all the blocks, the 200 blocks. So I need to get the dirty nappies from our bedroom from overnight. I need to scrub our toilet. I need to do Mason's toilet. And then I've got a basket of washing here that I'm gonna hide in our wardrobe. I'm not doing it. And at the end of the day, it's not a cleanliness test really. It's just to make sure that the house isn't falling to pieces. And then I think that's everything I need to do. I'm so tired. Ellie didn't really do like a big long stretch of sleep last night like she has done for the last like 2 or 3 nights. We put her to bed probably about 7:30, but then she was up like every 45 minutes to an hour crying, so I managed to just give her a dummy. I gave her a dummy every time that she cried, and she actually did end up sleeping until I think it was about 11:30. And then that's when I fed her. We actually went to bed at 10:30 and then she woke up at 11:30, so I was so tired. But yeah, I managed to just give her a dummy until she woke up to eat at 11:30. And then she was up at 3, got her down at 4, then she woke up at 5:30, gave her a dummy, she woke up at 6:30, and now it's 7:30 and she's still awake. She actually did end up falling asleep when I was feeding her, but then I had to change her nappy, and then I was feeding her again to try and get her back to sleep, and she ended up like sharting again. So I've just quickly put her down so I can do this cleaning, and then I'm going to go back and change her. But yeah, I'm going to quickly get this done, and then hopefully I can just relax for the rest of the day because I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. It is 11 o'clock. I have just tried to put Ellie down for a nap. She's awake in her bed and she's got hiccups, so I'm probably playing with fire here, but she is just not sleeping today, even on me. I've literally just held her the entire morning since she woke up, like since whenever I last filmed. I've been holding her since like 8 o'clock and it's now 11. And yeah, she's just sleeping for like 10-20 minutes at a time, waking up, and she's also really fussy when she's eating. And I'm hungry, so I think I honestly might order myself some sushi for lunch, even though we got groceries last night. Also, I did say I was going to film a grocery haul at some point yesterday, and I was going to include it in the vlog, but it got delivered at 7 and we were like trying to put everyone to bed. We were trying to have dinner, so I just didn't film the grocery haul, so I apologize. I will try and film them in the future. But anyway, I am going to quickly make some lactation cookies because I ran out like probably 4 or 5 days ago, and they're really nice. It's the How Sweet Eats best lactation cookies recipe. I think that's what she calls it. So I'm going to make it. I'm going to get out all of the ingredients. I need to get my stand mixer out as well. Okay, I've got my stand mixer. So I will probably link the recipe down below if anyone's wanting a good lactation cookie recipe. I do really like it. However, I did find when I made it last time, it was really dry and crumbly. Like the mixture was really dry and crumbly. So I think what I'm going to do this time is just add a bit more liquid. I don't have, the only thing I don't have is coconut oil. You're supposed to do 4 tablespoons of coconut oil. And I don't have any because I used the last of our coconut oil to make a DIY low tox chest rub for Kane. So I think what I'll do, I might just do olive oil. I'm sure it'll work out fine. Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do now. I think I'm probably gonna order sushi for lunch. And then I also, if I've got time, I'd like to make some lactation no bake balls as well, just so I've got like a bit of variety if I want a cookie or do I want a ball. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do now. Hopefully I can get it done and at least get like the first batch in the oven before Ellie wakes up, and see how we go. Okay, I am really pleased with how the cookie mixture turned out this time. I did a few things differently. So what I did was, the recipe says to do 12 tablespoons of butter, which I think is about 160 grams. So what I did was actually 200 grams, so quite a bit more. And then I also did 4 tablespoons of olive oil instead of coconut oil. And it also says to do 1 large egg and 1 egg yolk, but I did the 2 full eggs this time. And it is definitely a lot like more similar to actual cookie dough. But what I'm gonna do, which it doesn't say to do in the recipe, but I'm gonna do it, is pop it in the fridge for about 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes, just to let it firm up a bit before I start scooping it onto my baking sheets. Just because, yeah, it's not too sticky, but I'm gonna do it anyway just to let it firm up a tiny bit before I pop them in the oven. But I'm so excited. It looks so much better this time around. I actually spoke to someone who messaged me on Instagram. I posted the last time I made it on Instagram, and I asked her, like, did you find it quite dry and crumbly, the mixture? And she said no, but she did add more oil. So I added more butter just because I prefer butter over oil. But yeah, I'm so excited to eat these. I'm gonna pop them in the fridge. I'm gonna order sushi, and I'll come back to you probably once I've actually cooked them. Once I've baked the cookies, I'll show you what they look like, and hopefully they turn out a little bit better than they did last time. I did find that last time when I made them, I burnt them on the bottom by accident because I think I had the shelf too low in my oven. Our oven, the heat comes from the bottom, not from the top. But they were also really hard. Like, you really had to like bite them quite hard to bite through them, which is probably caused from like the mixture being so dry and crumbly. But I reckon these are gonna turn out so good this time around. I've just put the second batch of cookies in the oven. I've had to do 4 trays full of cookie dough, which is great. I've made 35 cookies, which is so good. I usually eat like 2 a day. Sometimes I have 4 a day, but I try to stick to 2 a day because I did notice when I was eating them on a night time, it was like I'd eat them and then Ellie would be really fussy after her next feed. And I know that the brewer's yeast, there's nothing I can find that's concrete, but I have heard from other parents who eat like lactation cookies or whatever with brewer's yeast in it. They've said that it makes their babies quite makes their babies quite fussy. So is it related? Possibly. It could also just be like baby witching hour. But the first 2 trays are out. I just got my sushi delivered. Oh, it's so frustrating. We have so many issues with getting deliveries at this house ever since we moved here, because the problem with our address is different to what the street name says. So when you're on Google Maps, it says it's one street, but the address itself is a different street. It's really confusing to describe. And obviously I'm not going to say my street name, but like I'd say probably 50% of the time our food gets delivered to the house next door because they're on the corner, or they just like call us because they can't find the house. So we've added really detailed delivery instructions. We'll say like the house is not on that street, it's on this street, and we've got a doormat that says this, and we've got this car at the front of the house. And Uber recently, I don't know if it's recent or it's just something that we recently found, but you can actually add a photo to your delivery notes. So we added a photo of the house to the delivery notes and they still get it wrong. It's so frustrating. And it's not even just like Uber or DoorDash or whatever. It's even like Woolworths, like our grocery deliveries. We've had a couple times where they've either delivered it to the wrong house or they can't find the house full stop. Like imagine getting like $250 worth of groceries delivered to the wrong house. So I actually ended up calling the Uber driver because I was looking on his map and it said he was outside the house, but he wasn't. And then it said order delivered, check the photo, different house. So I quickly ran out the front of the house before he drove off. I'm like waving him down. I'm like, hello, because I can't leave the house. I don't know which house he delivered it to. And I don't want to like quickly nip next door just in case it's not that house. Like maybe it's down the end of the street. I'm not leaving Ellie in the house for any amount of time by herself. So I waved him down, he didn't see me, so I called him and I was like, you've just delivered my Uber to the wrong house. I can't leave to go find it because my kids are at home. So he's like, oh, I just left, like what house is it? And I was like, it's this number house. He's like, oh, okay, I'll come back and try and find it. And I was like, I was waving at you but you didn't see me. And he's like, right, okay, I'll come back and I'll find it. And it was at my next door neighbor's house. I was like, oh, thank you. And he's like, just be careful, like it takes me to a different, the Google Maps takes me to a different house. And I was like, yeah, I know, but I've got delivery instructions. And he's like, next time just come out the front of your house when you see the Uber driver approaching. And I was like, yeah, will do. But I'm thinking in my head, it's not my responsibility to make sure you have the right house when I've got a photo of my house on the delivery instructions. I feel like I'm like there's no point in complaining because nothing's gonna change, probably until we move house with a different address. That's just a little bit easier to find, but I feel like the delivery notes are so clear. Sorry, I just heard Ellie cry. She's woken up. I don't know how long she's been in her bassinet for. But yeah, I don't know how much more clear I need to make the delivery notes. I even sometimes change it to hand it to me so that they don't just leave it at someone else's house. It still doesn't work. So yeah, now I'll show you the lactation cookies. Here they are. They look so much better than last time. I think they are a tiny bit burnt on the bottom, just a tiny bit, but it's difficult with our oven because the heat comes from the bottom. I gotta go see if Ellie will go back to sleep. But I've got 2 more trays cooking for another like 20 minutes or so, and then they'll be all done. Someone is straight up just not in the mood to sleep today. Not in the mood at all. It's 2:15 and all day today, other than for about an hour when I was cooking the lactation cookies, which is nice because I wanted to get that done. Actually, you know what? 20 minutes into me making the cookies, she was crying, and then she cried after the first batch, and then she woke up when my food got delivered. Yeah, she's just not wanting to sleep at all today, not even on me, which is so frustrating. Like, if she was sleeping on me, I would just let her sleep on me all day, because at this point I'm desperate for a little bit of quiet, but it's not happening. Like, I rocked her to sleep for probably 10 or 15 minutes, and then she woke up after 11 minutes. So that's cool. I'm just gonna try and sit down with her and see if she wants to go to sleep on me, but I don't think she will. Okay, that's the first water I've had since the middle of the night. Got the hiccups. This is like the 4th time today she's had hiccups, and I'm leaking, which is surprising considering how every time she's been awake she's been on my boob and just like eating constantly, but then she's popping on and off, so I don't know if she's even getting anything. I don't know what's going on. She's just not having a good day, and it was like this yesterday as well. And what day is it today? Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all this week she has been like this, like not wanting to sleep in her bassinet, not wanting to like latch properly and just eat unless it's the middle of the night. If it's the middle of the night, she'll eat, she'll go straight back to sleep. So I should be grateful that, I am grateful that she sleeps decent through the night. Like, she's still waking up every like 3.5 hours, but I also have a household to run. Luckily it's inspection day, which means there isn't actually anything to do. Like, I've still got laundry to do, I've still got a basket of clothes that need to be put away, I've got a full basket that needs to be washed, I've got like my cleaning cloths and baby wipes that need to dry. So I still have stuff to do, but at least my house isn't like a pigsty. I just wish. I could have like a little bit of time, like an hour, to just sit and relax. But even if she falls asleep on me, it only lasts for about 20 minutes and then she wakes up. Just not happening today, is it? At least I managed to eat my lunch. Like in between her wake ups, I've been eating lunch, so that's good. I'm gonna try and see if she'll just go to sleep on me. I haven't even put the cookies away yet. I'm gonna see if she will go to sleep on me for a little bit. It is a few hours later now. It's actually nearly 5 o'clock. It's 4:52, so Kane's gonna be leaving home soon, which is exciting. I can't wait for him to get home. He's my best friend. But I've just finally put the lactation cookies in a container. I just keep them in the pantry. I don't keep them in the fridge, and they last fine. They're probably only going to be in there for like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. But I'm quickly going to just bag up some breast milk. So I use the Mom Cozy breast milk storage bags. I used to have a discount code with them back when I had my last baby, because I made a lot of content on TikTok about pumping. It wasn't an affiliate code or anything, it was just a discount code. Those few nights that Ellie was doing stretches overnight, I pumped because I was waking up really engorged, and I knew that if I didn't pump, so I would wake up really engorged and she would only need to feed off one side, and then both sides were still really engorged after that. And I knew that if I didn't pump, I would wake up really sore and I could possibly get a clogged duct or mastitis. And I actually did end up getting a clogged duct the one time I didn't pump. I haven't had to pump. I didn't pump last night or the night before, I don't think. So this milk definitely needs to go in the freezer now. Like you can see, it's all the fat is separated. And then I have this from like this is probably 4 or 5 days old at this point. I used to be so much more on top of breast milk storage, but because I'm exclusively breastfeeding this time, she hasn't had a bottle in weeks. I'm not pumping, so I don't need to keep on top of it, but I do know that this is fine. And then for this one, I'll probably put it in her bath. She's not gonna have a bath tonight, maybe tomorrow night. Anyway, this is 150 ml, like pretty much exactly. I didn't end up, it's in a Medela bottle, which is, the measurements are a little bit off. They're not exactly like, it's not exactly 150 milliliters based on like Australian milliliters. It's more like American. So I'm just trying to get the fat off the sides. Yeah. So I'm not gonna bother freezing this. This is like 40 ml. So if I add that, it would be 190. Yeah, it's not worth it to freeze, and I'm pretty sure it's expired now anyway. What's the date? I think it's the 3rd. So 150, 3rd of July, 2024. All right. Yeah, I've privated all of my TikTok videos from like when I was pumping for Teddy, because I don't know, it's just not the I don't make TikTok content anymore, although I want to start doing it again. So maybe I'll bring them back up. Yeah, when I was pumping for Teddy, I was literally freezing probably, I think it was close to 2 liters every 4 days. So what would that be? 2,000 divided by 4. Yeah, 500 milliliter excess every day. And he was exclusively breastfed, like at that time when I had a 500 milliliter excess. What I would do, and I'm probably gonna do this with Ellie as well, but what I would do is once he started to have a consistent sleep schedule, so when we knew that we could put him to bed at his bedtime and he definitely wouldn't wake up until past, you know, midnight, 1, 2. I think at that time he was sleeping, I think it was like 8 till 3, 8 till 4. What I would do, so I would breastfeed him to sleep at like 8ish. No, it wouldn't have been that time. It was when he was going to bed at 6:30, 7ish. So I would breastfeed him at like, yeah, 6:30, 7ish, put him to bed, and then I would do a power pump, which is pumping for 20 minutes, resting for 10 minutes, pumping for 10, rest for 10, pump for 10, and then you're done. So it mimics cluster feeding to increase your breast milk supply. So I would power pump every night without fail, and I had to. It got to the point where I had to, otherwise I would be too engorged. At like 9:30, 10ish. So about 3-4 hours after I put him to bed, I trained my body to produce about 300 milliliters. I think it actually was more. It might have been closer to 400 milliliters, because I would pump and I would fill an entire, like close to an entire event bottle, because these attach to the pump pads that I use, and this is 260 ml at the line, but I think it's 300 at the top. So I would pump into those, and I would fill up the entire bottle with just my right side, and then I think I would probably have close to like 100 milliliters on my left side. So I trained my body to do that, so that I knew that he didn't need the milk because he was sleeping through at that point. So by the time he woke up to be fed again, like I would have well and truly been refilled and had milk for him. At least 5 weeks old now, and she's like dozing on and off. She's hardly slept at all today. And she's not on a consistent sleep schedule, which is fine. But when she does get to that point, I am gonna start pumping again, like in the evenings at like 9 or 10 o'clock. But right now I go to bed at like 9 or 10 o'clock because I'm so tired. She's waking up 2 or 3 times a night, which is fine. She's still so young, but I am really tired, so I do need to go to sleep. You know, I need to get as much sleep as I can at this point. But yeah, another 150 milliliters added to my stash. I'll actually show you how much I've got in the freezer. I don't have much. I think this will bring me to 1 liter. And when Teddy weaned, so he had his first day at daycare, I think it was 7 or 8 months. And he had bottles the entire day he was there. And then the next day, he didn't want to breastfeed anymore. So I was like literally forced into weaning. By the time he weaned, I had 67 liters in the freezer. We actually had to buy like a chest freezer just for my milk because I had such a big oversupply. Like I said, I had a 500 milliliter excess pretty much. So yeah, I don't anticipate needing that much, but I wanted to have the freezer stash. I could have easily like not pumped and not had an oversupply, but I wanted the freezer stash just in case I ended up falling pregnant before he turned 1, and my milk dried up, because I wanted to give him breast milk until he was 1, and I did. So with the 67 liters, it fed him to just beyond 1 year old, which was amazing. I would have loved to have breastfed him directly until he was 1 or longer, but that didn't happen. But yeah, that's the plan with Ellie as well. We're not planning a baby. We're not planning to start trying before she turns 1. Like, this is something that's gonna happen like in a few years. But yeah, it's always nice to be prepared just in case, especially because I was in the hospital with postpartum preeclampsia for a week. I wasn't in there for a week, but I was in and out for the entire week postpartum. And she had to go on formula, which she hated. She vomited it up. I've been talking for so long, so I'm gonna wrap this up. But yeah, in the event that anything happens, like we've got 2 older kids and anything could happen. They could end up in the hospital one day. And there might be a time where I'm separated from her. I would like there to be breast milk in the freezer. But anyway, I'm gonna pop this in and I'm gonna show you my stash. And then I think that's gonna be it for today, because like I said, it's 5 o'clock. We're gonna go get the boys from daycare and it's gonna be really crazy. So I'll probably talk to you tomorrow after I show you my stash. So I don't have heaps. I think I've got like 7 or 8 bags. You can see like that's my colostrum there. A few more bags, and then that one at the bottom is the one I just put in. But I'm pretty sure this will take me to a litre now, which is pretty cool for 5 weeks postpartum. But yeah, that's my freezer stash so far. Ah, that's Ellie's seat. Oh my god. Yeah, you gotta be so careful. Oh my god, oh my god. Babe. Oh no, he's leaning back. Oh my god. Stop, stop. Good morning. It's the next day now. It is Wednesday. It is 8:30. I'm just about to make myself a cup of coffee. Yesterday was such a challenging day, I have to admit. It was really tough. Other than that little like stretch of sleep that Ellie did in her bassinet when I made the lactation cookies, she didn't sleep in her bassinet at all. And like, I know she's a newborn, like I know she just wants me, but the problem is that I would hold her, I was holding her all day other than that time she was in her bassinet, and she wouldn't sleep. She would sleep for like maybe 20 minutes and then wake up, and she just wants to feed constantly. But I don't know if it's her latch, I don't know if it's something to do with like the fact that she's in a leap, but she's been swallowing so much air when she's feeding, and it's giving her really painful wind. So like she wants to be eating, but she's popping on and off. And then when I try and burp her, she just gets really upset. And if you watch my last vlog, you know I said she's not really the type of girl to burp. That's changed in the last like week or two. She like pretty much needs to be burped now because she swallows so much air when she's breastfeeding. But yeah, yesterday was really challenging just because if she wasn't asleep, she was crying and wanting to be fed. So she was pretty much crying and wanting to be fed all day. When we got to the night time, I think it was probably like, it was about 6:30. She was like actually feeding properly. She had like a big long feed. Tried to put her to bed. I think I put her down at like 6:30. She woke up at 7:15. And from then on, I really don't remember if I fed her again after that. I think I might have. But we might have just been giving her the dummy. I think we might have just been giving her the dummy because yeah, I was feeding her at 6:30, put her down not too long after that, and then she woke up a few times between like 7 and 8:15, I think it was, and we just gave her the dummy every time. Actually no, I remember Kane bringing her out here because I was eating dinner. I just don't remember what time it was, so I might have fed her again. But she did end up sleeping from, I think it was like maybe just after 9 until 3:30. So she did sleep for a really long time last night. She didn't wake up at all after she went to sleep at 9ish. And yeah, woke up at 3:30, had a feed, went straight back to bed, and then woke up again just after 7, so about 3 hours after she went to sleep. So yeah, she slept really good overnight, which is good. I also just like went to sleep on the couch. I was gonna watch YouTube on the laptop and Kane was playing Dark Souls, but the laptop was dead and I was too tired to like care to charge it, so I literally took my glasses off and rolled over and went to sleep. I think it was just before 10. Kane woke me up at 11, we went to bed, and then yeah, she woke me up at 3:30, so it was nice. I got a good decent amount of sleep, but I feel like when you're in this newborn stage, it doesn't matter how much sleep you get, you're still just going to be so tired until she's like sleeping consistently, because you don't know what to expect. The problem is when you've got a newborn is like, should I go to bed when I put her to bed at like, you know, between 6 and 8, or do I try and stay up until the next feed so that I can have some alone time? And then they start sleeping a little bit longer when they get to like 4 or 5 weeks, or in this case, in Ellie's case, she's starting to sleep a little bit longer. But then it's like, should I try and stay awake to have a little bit of alone time in the hopes that she does do a long stretch and sleeps until like 1 or 2 or 3 again? Or do I just go to bed just in case? And it's always when you decide to stay up that they don't sleep. Like you go to bed and they wake up half an hour later. That's always what happens. Anyway, I sent a text to my mum. Just making a coffee. I sent a text to my mum this morning because I need to send our coffee machine back. I need to take it to the post office. Like I've got the box, I've got the labels, but I need to like put it in the box, take it to the post office, and I just don't know how I'm gonna do it. If she's like how she was yesterday, I don't want to go out, I don't want to leave the house. And then even if I do manage to get out of the house, I'm trying to think, how am I actually gonna get into the post office from my car with Ellie and a massive box with a coffee machine in it? The best thing I can think of is trying to get a space next to a trolley bay, which is quite impossible where we live at that shopping centre. Or no, that's pretty much my only option, is try to get a space next to a trolley bay and then put Ellie in the wrap and then take it to the post office. That's pretty much my only option, because it's too heavy to put in the pram. I don't think there was even any room in the pram for a box this big. Or like my other option is to like ask him to come home early and he can take it, or I can go while he stays home with Ellie, or like we can both go together. But I'm not gonna ask him to come home early just to go to the post office, because that's ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, I texted my mum this morning basically just saying what I've said now, like she's so fussy, don't know how I'm gonna get out of the house, can she come over and take it to the post office today? And she said she'll come over tomorrow, because we both thought it needed to be sent off by today, but it's actually tomorrow, so tomorrow's the last day, so she's gonna come and take it. So I'll get it all boxed up at some point today, or I might have to wait until tonight. And then she's gonna take it tomorrow, thank God. Oh, I'm so not used to making instant coffee. I don't put enough milk in. Okay. Anyway, it's, yeah, 8:45. I'm just gonna sit down and see how much alone time I get. So this, like the leaps that babies do, apparently all babies go through them at the same time based on their due date, which is a bit confusing. And like some people will say, you know, it's BS, like it's not real, don't believe it, like there's no way that all of these babies can go through the same thing if they have the same due date. But then I'm like, you know, I'm talking to my friends in my like due date group on Facebook, and they're all like, yeah, this is happening to me at 5 weeks too. It's like, surely there's got to be something behind it. And it's not like it's baby horoscope or anything like that, but like there's got to be some substance behind the claims, because every baby, well, majority of the people I'm talking to, their babies are going through the same thing at the same time. I'm going to quickly empty the dishwasher before I sit down, so then throughout the day, if I make dishes, I can just put them in the dishwasher. Also, I'm in my pajamas today. I don't plan on getting out of my pajamas unless I absolutely have to. We are having lamb chops for dinner. I was just thinking this morning, I really need to, oh, my camera's about to die, but I really need to actually make a meal plan, because for the last couple of months we've pretty much just been like skirting through and eating whatever, and like in the morning, if I remember, I go and get meat out for dinner, but I'm not remembering majority of the time, so I need to start getting it out on the night time instead. But I've got lamb chops in the fridge. We're gonna have those for dinner, but I will actually try and make somewhat of a meal plan for the next we'll try for the next 5 days and see how that goes. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna empty the dishwasher and then just sit down until Ellie wakes up. I don't know if I'm just like not remembering the newborn stage properly with Mason and Teddy, or if like it is actually this hard. Because I've always said, like, ever since Teddy was born, actually, or I might have been pregnant with Teddy, I've always said, like, I love the newborn stage. When Mason was a newborn and we were in the thick of it, I do remember it being really hard, especially, like, during his, like, the witching hours around that time. I even remember, like, taking him to the GP and being like, he just cries all the time, I don't know what to do. And they're like, oh, it's just colic. And now that I'm a bit older, I know that colic isn't just like a thing that they have, it's like a symptom of something else. It's not a diagnosis in itself. I remember like Teddy, when he was a newborn, I was like, oh my god, I can't wait to have another one. Like, he's so cute, like this is the best thing ever. It's so much easier than I remember. With Mason it was a lot harder, obviously, because it's like my first kid. You don't know what to expect. Like, you sort of expect like to not sleep, like to not really have much time for yourself, but no one ever told me about the witching hour. I think the witching hour, in my opinion, is one of the hardest parts of the newborn stage, because yeah, when you're in the thick of it, you feel like it's never going to end, this is going to be happening forever. And in hindsight, like when you look back, when I look back at Mason and when I look back at Teddy, it only lasted like maybe a week, 2 weeks at the very most. But when you're in it, it feels like it's going on for a lifetime. And like with Ellie, I don't think she's necessarily had witching hour, like that period of time yet. I feel like it's just ongoing, and she's been very similar since she was like 4 or 5 days old, which is actually when I was separated from her. I am gonna sit down and talk about my birth story in a separate video. I just need to find the time to sit down and film it. I'll probably do it sometime next week. But I really want to talk about my entire birth, my pregnancy, my birth, and my postpartum experience, because I haven't actually gone into detail with that on social media yet, just with like friends that I've seen in person or like I've talked to in messages. But anyway, I feel like she's been like this since pretty much birth, where she's very, very fussy in the evening. And I even said it in the last vlog, like in the afternoons, she's not too keen on sleeping in her bassinet. And that goes on until the evening, until she's finally down for the night. And part of me thinks maybe I should like get her into a proper routine, like a bath boob bed routine. But we've got 2 other kids, so it is a little bit harder. It would be nice to get her down for a nap, maybe at like 6 o'clock. And that's like her final nap of the day, or even 5. If I can get the boys from daycare at like 4 o'clock, bring them home, set them up with afternoon tea, maybe a show on the TV, get her down for a nap at 5, and then when she wakes up after that, that could be like her like final awake period of the night, where we do her bedtime routine, where we like give her a bath, give her a nice long feed in bed, and then get her down to sleep for like 8 o'clock. I think that would work out really nice. It's just starting it, really, like starting the routine, and it's so hard when you've got 2 other kids. But yeah, if I can get them home earlier, which I can, I'm just nervous about like being like having to get all 3 of them in the car. But I know that I'm gonna have to do it eventually, right? Like I can't just leave Ellie at home with Kane to do it myself, and I also can't just continue to wait for Kane to get home from work and we can go together, or I can leave Ellie at home, or Kane can go by himself while I stay home. Like, it's not realistic. Like, I've got 3 kids, so I have to be able to manage all 3 kids, but I am also only 5 weeks postpartum. I just don't remember if the newborn stage was this hard all the time, or if I'm just in the period of time where I think it's gonna last forever, and in like a month's time I'm gonna look back and be like, it wasn't that hard, like, get a grip. But yeah, it is hard. It's easy, like, oh, I don't know, I'm gonna start crying. Like, it's easy in a sense because I know what to expect, but it is still hard. Like, it is still really difficult to have newborns, especially having newborns when you've got older kids and you've got an entire household to run. Anyway, I'm gonna go because I'm getting emotional. Oh my god. I have gotten rid of half of my clothes. Ellie woke up at, I think it was just before 11, like maybe 11:15, and she's been so chill and relaxed, which is so nice compared to yesterday. But I've just been talking in my like due date group chat on Facebook about what do we wear, like what do we wear these days. Over the last like 2 years I've really struggled with my style, probably 3 years actually, because I just don't know what to wear. I've had 3 kids now. I've got like a mum pouch that like hangs over, and I'm plus size, so I feel like the options are really limited based on my like category, like plus size, postpartum, mum pouch. So because she's so chill, she's getting really tired, so I'm gonna have to put her to bed really soon. I've just been in my wardrobe looking at everything, and I've literally gotten rid of half of my clothes because I'm looking at it, I'm like, I just don't like it. I've never worn it, or it doesn't fit me, like it's too big or it's too small. So these are like all of my pants and pajamas that I just either haven't worn in like months, or honestly years. I haven't worn them in years, or they don't fit, or they're just like, I just don't like them anymore. And then I've also just gone through my dresses. So just here, massive pile of dresses. I am gonna donate everything to a women's shelter. I wanna have a look and find if there's a women's shelter near me that I can donate to, because I don't really want to donate it to like Salvos or Good Sammys, because I feel like they just price gauge it so much. I'm gonna stop because I don't really have many things left. I'm gonna get rid of this t-shirt actually. I never wear this because the arms are really short and my armpits stick out. So I'm gonna add that to the pile. Everything is in really good quality because I like buy clothes, wear them once or twice, and then I just go back to my like the things I'm comfortable with. Like, I've literally got like 3 plain black t-shirts. I've got a few graphic tees, a plain grey shirt. You know what, I've got this. This is like an activewear t-shirt. I've never worn that in years because I don't go to the gym. Oh, yeah. I need to like order some nicer clothes because it's winter and I don't really want to wear dresses. And plus, even when it's not winter, Ellie's just hanging out on the bed. Sorry, I've got the TV on as well because I use her white noise on there. She's just hanging out. But yeah, even when it's not winter and it is like dress season, I don't always want to wear a dress, because sometimes I don't go out places that are like fancy. It's like to school and back, to daycare and back, to the shops and back. Occasionally, like, we might go out for lunch here and there, but sometimes I just feel a bit too dressy, like just wearing a dress. I wore one of my dresses to like Bunnings once and I felt really like silly. So I've got like a cart on Shein, and before anyone comes at me for shopping at Shein, we don't have many options at my size. I'm like a 20, 22, 24 depending on what I'm wearing. Don't have many options at my size. Like, if I wanted to buy something nice, I'm gonna have to spend like $150 on one piece, or I could get an entire cart at Shein for the same price. So yeah, I know it's fast fashion, but I also need to be mindful that, like, yeah, we're not like super high income earners, and I can't just go out and spend like $1,000 on clothes at a time. So shopping at Shein and getting like a season's worth of clothes for about $200–300, that's just what I have to do at the moment, because losing weight isn't my priority. I'm breastfeeding, I've just given birth. I am focusing on like making healthier choices with my food once life becomes a little bit easier with 3 kids, but like actively trying to be in like a calorie deficit and exercising to lose weight, it's not my priority right now. So I unfortunately don't have the luxury of like just going to like Westfield and buying from the stores that they have there. I can shop at like Kmart, Best and Less, Target maybe, but they aren't very cute. They're not cute clothes, and I don't think that plus size people should have to settle for like the cut out shoulders or the floral or the t-shirts with like slang on, not slang but like quotes and stuff like live laugh love. I don't think we should have to wear those just to be able to like shop in stores. So yeah, pretty much my only option is shopping at Shein or buying like one item of clothing at $150 once every 6 months. And I don't do massive, like, you know, you see people on YouTube and TikTok doing like massive $800 hauls at Shein like every other month. That's not me. I probably order from them like maybe twice a year at the most. I did do a big order, not huge, I think it was just under $200 of pretty much just dresses back when I was pregnant. And then the last time before then was like when we lived in our old house. So it would have been at least a year and a half since my last order. And now I'm planning another one because I'm postpartum. Like, I've had 3 kids and I just feel like I don't look cute. And I don't have to look cute. But going out, like, I don't always want to wear like trackies. I will just like look like I've just rolled out of bed. And I feel like I do look like I've just rolled out of bed majority of the time. So I have been doing a lot of research. I've been on TikTok and Instagram and like Pinterest, and when I'm out I look at what other parents are wearing, like other mums, like mums who are out with their kids. I see what they're wearing, or just like other women who are out and about. I try and see what they're wearing, and it seems like the style these days, it's like baggy on top, like a baggy t-shirt or a baggy jumper, leggings, and then like chunky sneakers, and majority of the time they're also wearing like the long white socks. I think it's so cute, but I also think, am I gonna look cute wearing that because of my size? And like, you can look cute at any size, it's just my own self-consciousness. I feel like a lot of mums struggle with their sense of style, or even just their sense of self after they've had kids. And I've had 3 kids. I've been pregnant, breastfeeding, postpartum, or trying for a baby for the last like 5 years. And yeah, when I go out I just want to look a little bit more put together. I want people to look at me and think like, wow, she looks nice. She's got 3 kids but she still looks nice. So yeah, I've just been like building my Shein cart over the last like month or so. I started before she was born, like trying to find clothes that I would be comfortable in postpartum. So when I eventually order, I'll definitely share if anyone else is in the same boat, that like, you know, a size 20 or more and you're also postpartum and you've got no idea what to wear. But yeah, I've literally gotten rid of like half of my clothes, so it's gonna have to be something that I do fairly soon, which is good because we're getting our tax returns soon. I mean, I've literally pretty much just been living in my pajamas since she was born anyway. I haven't put on a nice outfit in months, so yeah, that's just my little rant, I guess. Not really a rant, more of a vent. So I'm gonna try and get her to sleep. She's got the hiccups again. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get her to sleep, and then hopefully she'll sleep in her bassinet. It's been really chill this wake up, which is nice, so hopefully her fussy phase is over and she's back to being our like relaxed, chill little girl that just likes to hang out with us all day. morning, it's Friday now. It is 9 o'clock. I'm just here with Ellie. I just had a shower, which was so nice. I mean, I literally, these days, I'm showering for like maybe 5 minutes at a time. Like, gone are the days I like everything showers. But yeah, I hadn't actually showered since Tuesday night, which is really disgusting and rancid, and I stunk so bad. I am like so stinky this time around postpartum. Like, it is, yeah, it's really bad. Like, I really smell really bad. And like, usually if I didn't shower for like, if I missed a day, it would be fine. I wouldn't smell that bad or at all really. But now I literally, like, I could shower on a night time and by the time I wake up, I back to stinking really bad. So I'm actually thinking I might need to switch to a different deodorant for a little bit, and maybe even switch the soap that I'm using, because maybe my body has gotten used to the soap and the deodorant. So right now, actually for a while, I've been using just the Dove like bar soap that you get in like a pack of 5, because I like the way it smells. But I've been using that for like probably close to a year now. It was definitely before I got pregnant is when I started to use the bar soap. So I think I might try a body wash or something. And then my deodorant, I use the Mitchum coconut one, and then I used No Pong for a while and then switched back to the Mitchum. And I also use Kane's Schmidt's, and I actually really like the Schmidt's, so I might go back to that one. I know I can order it on Amazon. I want to try the lime scent. But yeah, I just popped her in her bassinet, and I have these like black and white Baby's First books. So I'll put a photo right here so you can see what she looked like. She was just in there looking at these books. Yeah, you would have seen in the last clip I was cooking steak for Kane. That reminds me, she's actually been up for like close to an hour, so I'll try and get her down to bed soon. But yeah, I was cooking steak for Kane to take to work because I forgot that they were in the fridge. We bought them with our groceries, which came on Tuesday. Popped them in the fridge. I was meant to cook them. I wasn't meant to, but like, if I had the time, I would have cooked them. But I just completely forgot because I had them wrapped up in like a tea towel because it was leaking a little bit. So this morning, well, last night Kane said he didn't have anything for lunch, and I was like, oh no, because we don't really have money for him to buy lunch. So when I got home from dropping the boys off at daycare today, I quickly made him like a really big sandwich with loads of like ham and salami and cheese and a banana, not in the sandwich, to the side. So I made that for him. And then when I went back in the fridge to put everything away, I saw the steaks and I was like, oh, I'll quickly cook those steaks. But as I like was about to put them in the pan, she woke up. So I managed to get them in the pan, and then Kane took over from there after I flipped them. So yeah. And then he went to work and I've been feeding her, and I just had a quick shower because I am stinky. I'm a stinky girl. Oh. Yeah, I forgot I had these pajamas. They're just from Kmart. They are a bit short on the arms. I think it's just from like washing and drying them so many times, because I lived in these back in, I want to say like 2021, 2022. It was in 2021 when I got these from Kmart. I think they're literally like $7 or $8. They're the ones that come in like the packet. I forgot I had these until I was going through my clothes yesterday, because I had 2 pajama drawers. I had like pajamas that I wore all the time, and then pajamas that I don't wear that often, and this was in the like not often drawer. But I thought I'll put them on because it's so chilly in Perth recently this winter. But yeah, just made myself a coffee. I'm gonna try and get her to sleep soon, but I'm like really missing the boys. And it sounds so silly because I've booked them in. It's school holidays at the moment. We're at the end of the first week of the school holidays here in WA, and I booked them in full time for the school holidays because at the time when I booked them like 2.5 weeks ago, I was really overwhelmed. I was really tired and I couldn't see myself coping with all three of them at home by myself. But now that it's been like a full week of them being gone, I miss them so much, and I wish that I didn't. Like, I wish that they could have just stayed home for a few days during the week, because tomorrow, so Saturday, my mum is having them for a sleepover, and I asked her to have them for a sleepover. It was on Teddy's birthday, so they came like 5 days before Teddy's birthday. 4 days. His birthday was a Tuesday. They came over on a Saturday, and I asked them, like, do you want to have them for a sleepover soon? And they said, yeah, we'll either do like the first weekend or the second weekend in July. And I said, okay, we'll do the second weekend. And she was like, oh, but we've got my sister, she's got three kids as well, she's watching my sister's kids the weekend after that, so the third weekend in July. And my mum said she doesn't want both weekends in a row like taken up. So I was like, that's fine, we'll do the first weekend of July. Didn't realise it was school holidays, so now I'm like barely seeing them for like 2 weeks, and it sucks. But we'll probably pick them up quite early on Sunday, because I miss them so much. Actually, it reminds me of when Teddy was first born and Mason went for a sleepover, and I always missed him so much, because it's sort of like, it's not really like a break. Like, for me, like, obviously your kids can go to their grandparents' house for a sleepover, and it's like just so they can spend time together, but for us it's more so like if we need a little bit of a break, they can go for a sleepover, because they come over often to like spend time with the kids. So yeah, it's not really a break having like one kid gone, or in our case it's going to be 2 kids gone, because we've still got Ellie, and she's obviously way too young. Bless you. She's obviously, bless you, it's not blesses, it's coughs, isn't it? Yeah, she's way too young to go for a sleepover right now. It's probably not going to be for like over 1.5 years, most likely. Yeah, I'm just gonna miss them. On Christmas, it was after Christmas 2022, Mason went for a sleepover at my mum's house and just kept Teddy at home because he was only 6 months old, and it was meant to be for 2 nights, like 2 nights sleeping there. And on the second day I said, like, I miss him, can you please bring him back? And she was like, it's too far to drive, we lived an 1.5 hours away. She's like, it's too far to drive, like, no, like, if you want to come if you want to get him, you can come and get him. But she had the car seat as well, so she could have brought them back but didn't. So could have brought him back but didn't. So we did the trip, went and picked him up on the night. I think we got there at like 5 o'clock, brought him home because we missed him too much. And it's like, what's the point? We're not having a break because we've still got a baby with us. So it's not like we can have a sleep in, we can't go out for dinner or anything like that. Oh, you sleepy baby. So yeah, I just missed him. I miss them so much. And like, if it was up to me, I would probably, I mean, it is up to me, but I would probably reschedule this sleepover. It's too late to do that now, and they're gonna have a great time. But yeah, I'm just gonna miss them so much. But next weekend I'm definitely gonna make up for it. Mason's got a haircut booked, and then we'll probably take them out, like maybe to a play centre or maybe out for lunch or something like that, just so they can have a bit of more quality time with us, because we just miss them so much. And yeah, I'm also gonna get them early today. I'm definitely gonna get them early. I know I keep saying like I'm gonna go get them early, and then I like chicken out because I'm too scared to have all 3 of them in and out of the car. But I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna go pick them up at like 4:30, so we can just hang out a little bit before like the dinner rush. Yeah. Ellie's still sick. It's like she was sick, and then she got a little bit better for like 2 days, and now it's back to just like coughing. But it's not too bad. It doesn't sound croupy or like whooping cough, so I'm not too worried. I know it's probably just from the boys bringing home like some kind of daycare sickness, but I feel so bad for her. She coughs in her sleep. Poor baby. My mum just came over to pick up the coffee machine. I've talked about it a few times. I think I mentioned it in this vlog as well, that our coffee machine is broken. And she did a live chat with Amazon, and they said we can send it back for a full refund. So I packed that up. She has picked it up and she's going to take it to the post office for me. I was meant to do it yesterday, but I was a little bit stressed because Ellie had been so fussy all week, and I like couldn't see myself managing to get out of the house. And then even if I did make it to the shop, I don't know how I would get into the shop with her and a heavy coffee machine. But I just checked on her and she was asleep, but she's wiggling around right now. Hopefully she sleeps. She did put herself to sleep. I like wrapped her up, put her in the bassinet, and then I had to quickly like pack up the coffee machine because my mum was about to be here. And I just checked on her and her eyes were like basically completely shut, and she hadn't moved in like maybe 5-10 minutes. But yeah, I've got 3 baskets of laundry to put away. 1, 2, 3, and that's just clothes. I haven't done it all week because we've had the inspections. So, oh, there's barbecue sauce on the floor. But yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna put the laundry away because we've got other stuff to do. We've got like 100 other things that we need to do. I've got barbecue sauce on my carpet. So I'm gonna do it now, because even though I'm not putting the laundry away, I'm still actually washing it so that it doesn't pile up. But now it's piled up. So I'm hoping that she will sleep for a little bit so I can get this done. Because I want to make sure the boys have got like clean clothes for the weekend and obviously for next week, but I want them to have like their favourite pieces of clothing for when they're at my mum's house. But yeah, I'm hoping I can get it done before she needs to feed again. Fingers crossed, wish me luck. It's a few hours later now. It is 12:10. I managed to get all of the laundry folded. Took me like 45 minutes. Ellie woke up not too soon after I finished doing that. She did end up waking up when I was like 10 minutes in, so I had to go in and give her a dummy. But she didn't do a super good sleep. I think she was probably in her bassinet for about an hour, but she was on and off sleeping. So I think she got up just before 11. So we've just been feeding on the couch, watching some YouTube, and then she ended up falling asleep when she was feeding. So I took her into the bedroom to try and put her to bed, and I thought maybe because she put herself to sleep for her last nap, that's why she didn't have a very good sleep. So I was gonna rock her to sleep, but then she just like, it wasn't happening. She was just like eyes wide awake, trying to look at everything. So she was definitely sleepy. So I just put her down awake and I like rubbed her forehead a little bit to try and like make her realize she's sleepy. But I haven't put the laundry away yet. I'll probably have to put ours away tonight, or next time she's awake. And then I'll do the kids. I'll put their laundry away in a second. But I am gonna put some food in the oven to cook. So I think I said in the vlog last night that we were having lamb chops for dinner. Didn't end up doing that, ended up getting takeout instead. I'm just a pushover. I'm like, ooh, I want chicken nuggets. Mason wants chicken nuggets. Okay, let's go get chicken nuggets. So I am going to get it cooked early in the day so that we don't end up getting takeout. We can't get takeout. We literally have like no money for takeout right now. We've got money for bills, but that's it. So yesterday I got this chicken out of the freezer thinking we're gonna have the lamb last night. We'll have the chicken tonight. That didn't happen. So I'm gonna cook both of these. I don't really want to pan. It says you can pan fry it or barbecue for 6 minutes, but I don't want to stand over it. I just want to put it in the oven. We usually air fry our lamb chops, but we binned our air fryer because it was getting to the point where it was like really rusty. We'd had it for 3 or 4 years, I think, so it lasted us a really long time. It was just a Kmart air fryer, but it was really rusty to the point where we had to actually wrap everything in aluminium foil before we cooked on it, because otherwise it would get rusty, which is really gross. We're gonna buy a new one after tax time. So I think the lamb chops will probably take like 20-30 minutes, and then the chicken says it's gonna take 70 minutes. So what temperature? 190 for 20 minutes per 500 grams, and it is 1.1 kilos. Yeah, 20-25 minutes. So I'm gonna do an hour for the chicken, and then I'll do 20 minutes on the lamb, and then I'll check like halfway through the chicken in this one. And I also need to make myself some lunch. I haven't eaten like a meal yet today. That's so loud. I did have 3 lactation cookies while I was folding the laundry, so that's kind of my breakfast. And I also had a coffee. So yeah, I need to actually eat some food. I think I'm just gonna have like bacon and eggs and toast. Just have like breakfast and dinner. Okay. Oh, this smells so good. I haven't had one of these in such a long time. I've actually never had one of these from Woolworths. It's a boneless butterfly chicken, Greek style with lemon and herb. And I used to get the Greek style butterfly chicken from Aldi all the time back when we lived in our old house, because we pretty much did all of our grocery shopping at Aldi, because like it was either Aldi or Woolworths. Okay, now I'm hoping that all of those lamb chops fit on the one tray, but I kind of have a feeling they won't. Oh, fingers crossed, because I really can't be bothered like waiting. I really want to get back into more of an animal, what would you call it, animal-based style of eating soon. It's just that I like love eating. I just love food. Like, I'm a foodie. And I went carnivore briefly when I was pregnant, mainly because when I was pregnant with Teddy, I really needed to control my blood sugars because he was premature, and they gave me the steroid injection to help strengthen his lungs after my waters broke with him. So my waters broke at 33 weeks when I was pregnant with him. So they gave me the steroid injection after that, just in case labour started. Thankfully it didn't. But yeah, with the steroid injection, well, they didn't tell me this until I actually called the diabetes clinic after it happened, but it can really spike your blood sugar levels. I'm assuming it's just something in the steroid injection that causes that. But I was already tracking my blood sugar levels because I had declined the gestational diabetes test. And for some reason I felt like I had to do something. So I said I would track my blood sugars at home. So I did that. And then I had to have the steroid injection, and it spiked my blood sugar levels to like 10 post meals, and I think it's supposed to be 6.7, 7.6 or lower, I'm pretty sure is what the guidelines are in WA. So yeah, it went all the way up to 10, which is like really high, and my morning levels I think were like, I don't remember 100%, but I think they were close to like 7 or 8 in the mornings, and they're in WA they're supposed to be below 5.1. So yeah, I ended up calling the diabetes team because they were like trying to pressure me into do the HbA1c, which is like a average of your blood sugars over the last 3 months. So they were already like calling me and emailing me to do that, but I couldn't because I have really difficult veins, and I had gone to the pathology centre and they could not find a vein. So I was like, fine, I'll come back on Tuesday. But then my toddler was sick, so I couldn't do that. Like Mason when he was a toddler. I mean, he's still kind of a toddler. Yeah, I couldn't go and do it, and then my waters ended up breaking, so yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so I had to control my blood sugar levels after that. They said it would go back to normal after like maybe a week, but I think my fasting levels were already like a tiny bit high. So I ended up going keto when I was pregnant with Teddy for that last trimester. It was actually ended up only being about 3 weeks because I gave birth to him. So yeah, but going keto really helped my blood sugar levels. And then in this pregnancy, I was like, just in case, I wasn't tracking my blood sugar levels because I didn't want to. But I said, just in case anything is happening that I'm not aware of, I'm gonna go carnivore. So I was like close to being a strict carnivore for like about a month. And then it was a bit wishy-washy after then, just because I was exhausted. But yeah, being carnivore felt great. Like Ken felt great as well. So I really want to get back into it eventually. We're planning on we're planning on going to the butcher in about 2 weeks. We're planning a day where we're going to the butcher and we're also going to go to Costco and just do a massive stock up on meat for the freezer, snacks for the kids, like whatever we need, we're going to go stock up. So I'm really looking forward to that, and then hopefully then we can start like being a bit more strict. So instead of being carnivore, I'm going to be more animal based, which means I'm eating meat, not really eating vegetables. Meat and fruit and like dairy and eggs are what we're probably going to be eating. And to be honest, Ken doesn't like that many vegetables, and neither do the kids, so it doesn't bother me. Pretty much the only vegetables I like carrots, potatoes, broccoli, Brussels sprout, cauliflower. Like those are the only ones I'd be like really happy to eat whenever. But Ken doesn't like most of those, and the boys don't like them, any of them. The only form of potato they like even Mason doesn't like chips. Teddy loves chips. But yeah, we're really looking forward to doing that. Anyway, I'm gonna pop this in the oven for 20 minutes and then I'll check on it. So do that, and then this chicken going in as well, 20 minutes. Okay. And then I will check on it. But I also need to make myself some lunch. Oh, I've been talking for 15 minutes just in the kitchen, just standing here. I'm so looking forward to going to Costco again. We bought a membership when we moved to this house. We had one not in our last house, but the house we lived in before then. But it was a little bit too far away to bother going. But now we live a little bit closer. So we bought a membership when we first moved here. It just expired on the 30th of June. So we can't go, like we're in this like 2-week period where like I want to go to Costco, but I can't because our membership has expired. So we're just gonna wait until in a couple weeks, or yeah, in just under 2 weeks we're gonna go back, renew the membership, and yeah, just stock up. And I'm so excited. I love Costco. But I'm also gonna do like a haul after we go. I think I'm gonna vlog. I'll do like a shop with me in Costco, and then after that I'm gonna do a haul. I think I'm gonna do the haul separately because I am anticipating it being very big. In my head I'm thinking we're gonna spend like $500 at the butcher and Costco. We haven't been to the butcher since April, I think, and then we haven't actually, I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was late April or maybe very early May we went to the butcher. And then we went to Costco. We went to Costco when Ellie was a couple weeks old, but it was just to get a cake for Teddy's birthday, and like a chicken. And then the only time before then was when I was like, I think I was like 40 weeks pregnant, and I was walking around with Mason, bought some snacks and some meat and stuff like that. So it's been a while since we've gone and done like a proper shop at Costco, and I'm really looking forward to it. I just feel like so like large family mum when I'm at Costco, and we don't have a big family, I don't think. I don't know when you start to be classed as a big family. Is it when you hit 4 kids? Probably. We only got 3 for now. But I do feel like so mum when I'm walking around Costco, especially like when we went last time. I had Ellie in the carrier, the 2 boys in the trolley, and we were just walking around with our 3 kids, and it was like, wow, we've got so many kids. I want to cook, and then I'll talk to you guys later again. Just got home from picking the boys up. It's 5 o'clock. I left the house at 4:30. I was hoping to leave a little bit earlier. I've still got my carrier on. I was hoping to leave a little bit earlier. He's been screaming ever since we got home. Go play with Mason. I'll be out in a minute. Yes. Yeah, I was hoping to leave a tiny bit earlier than 4:30, but Ellie was sleeping on me for like an hour and a half. From like 2:30 or something like that. So I woke her up at 4, fed her, changed her quickly, and then yeah, left, picked them up. Didn't have any troubles. I don't know why I've been so nervous about getting all 3 of them in and out of the car. Wasn't that hard. Anyway, Kane's gonna be home in 20 minutes. I need to put the chicken away still. Teddy, inside voices.
No.
He's outside, but it's still inside voices. Anyway, I need to put the chicken away. I think we're gonna have the lamb for dinner. I want the chicken for dinner, but Kane's probably gonna want the lamb. So I'm gonna put it in the fridge anyway, because I really shouldn't have left it out this long. And then I'm just gonna wait for Kane to get home. I also need to pack their bags from my mum's house tomorrow. I've made like a little packing list. This is just my cleaning, but I've made a packing list. So I need to make sure I do that tonight before they go to bed, because I need to get clothes out of their room. And then I also need their white noise machines and Teddy's monitor in the morning, and then I also need like their like stuffed animals that they sleep with, but that will be something to grab in the morning. So that's what I'm gonna do. Chicken away, start packing the bag. Ellie's in bed. Hopefully she's still sleeping. She was asleep when I put her in bed like 2 minutes ago. Hopefully she's still asleep. Yeah, that's my plan for tonight. Just quickly got the boys' clothes. So I've just put it in a Ziploc bag. So there's Teddy's, Mason's. There's 2 sets of clothes each. Like top, pants, times 2 each. 1 set of pajamas, 2 pairs of socks, and then Mason's got 2 undies, and then these are Mason's pajamas. They just didn't fit, so I've packed them matching pajamas, which is quite cute. They are wearing their boots. He's just, you can't really see them. They're just playing. They are wearing the boots. Like, wow, so cool. Yeah, they're wearing slippers, which they're gonna take tomorrow, and then they're also just gonna take like their normal shoes. I'll probably, whatever pair they want to wear tomorrow, and then I'll put the other pair in the bag. Plus they'll wear like whatever they want to wear tomorrow morning when I get them ready in the morning. They're just playing outside, being loud, and then they'll have dinner once Kane gets home, and then have a bath, and then get changed and go to bed. This is why I want to pick them up a bit earlier. Kids.
Hi.
Hi.
On time and speeding.
Were you speeding?
Just checking.
Were you speeding?
No.
Good morning, it's Saturday now. It's 8:30.
Good morning.
Good morning. The boys are playing outside again. We are cleaning the kitchen because we left it in a state last night. To be fair, it was clean. We ran the dishwasher and then we cooked after the dishwasher was run, so it got dirty again, and we didn't empty the dishwasher to rerun it. So we're doing that now. I need to finish packing their bag because we're gonna leave in about an hour. So I need to get their like sound machines and like their little teddies that they sleep with. But we're gonna clean first because I don't want to come home to a dirty house again. And then yeah, get the bag packed. Ellie's sleeping. I don't know what time she's gonna wake up. Hopefully around 9ish. so I can feed her and change her before we go, because it's about a 40-minute car ride. Yeah, we're gonna get this cleaned up because it's really bad. It is quite a few hours later. It is 1 o'clock now, so we've been to my mum's house, dropped the boys off, we've come home. We've just been chilling with Ellie on the couch. Kane's just trying to put her down for a nap now. But while the boys aren't here, I actually want to organize our whole cupboard just here. It is pretty messy. I did have it organized back when we had like my birth pool in there and stuff, but since I've had the baby, the birth pool is now in a different area, so I want to just reorganize it. I'm going to pull everything out, and then I also want to organize this cupboard here. So this has all of Kane's like games, our switches, we've got the printer, laminator, and then all of the kids' arts and crafts. So I think I actually want to move the arts and crafts into the whole cupboard and then just leave that a bit empty. But yeah, I want to pull out everything from the whole cupboard all at once, declutter it, organize it, and put it back in a bit nicer. So that's what we're gonna do now. Okay, this is everything that was in the whole cupboard. So those bags, all of this, plus these little bits here and also over there. So we're gonna go through it and see what needs to be thrown out and see what we can sell, and then decide what we want to keep as well. Okay, here is our progress. I'm not sure if it actually looks that much different, but this is everything we're keeping. So the appliances, all of this stuff, that's just an empty container. And then we're getting rid of the photo frames. We've just taken the photos out of them. We're selling the fridge. There's some stuff over there that we're donating, and then that's just all of Ellie's clothes. So once she's in her own room, all of those clothes will be in there. Yeah. Do you think it looks like we've made much of a difference?
A little bit.
Do you think we'll be able to tell more when it's actually in there?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Okay, here's the update of the whole cupboard. So as you saw before, it was like pretty much completely full. So at the top, we've got like my tripod, tools, camera, diffuser, and then at the back there, at the back you can't see, but I've got a box which has got like my doula equipment, and then those 3 white boxes are keepsakes for all of the kids. That's our medicine. This is a bag of girls' clothes that I just went through to donate. Blocks, empty box, and then those boxes at the bottom are all toys. Bread machine, Bissell, and then this fridge I've put up on Marketplace to sell. So once this is gone and the fridge is gone, it's gonna be like pretty much empty again. And then just in Teddy's room, I've actually put all of Ellie's clothes at the top there. So this is 0 to 3. There's another bag at the back which is 6 to 12, 1 and 2, and then this is 3 to 6. But yeah, I was going through the clothes again, and I'm glad I did, because she doesn't actually have much at all for the next size up, so I'm gonna have to do some shopping. But this is gonna be Ellie's room very soon. So that's like, I think it's size 1 clothes of Teddy's that need to be vacuum sealed. That's all my pump stuff. That's vacuum sealed bags of clothes. And then there's another vacuum seal bag there. That bag is full of empty vacuum seal bags. And then here, these are like size 3 t-shirts for Teddy, but he's got so many already that I think I'm gonna have to go through them and declutter. And then that box there is just his cot sheets. So this will be a little bit more organized and a bit more empty by the time that Ellie moves into this room. So it's pretty much empty out here now. I just need to pick up a few things. We're done for now. I think we're just gonna wait for Ellie to wake up, and then once she's fed and changed, we are gonna have some lunch, or late lunch, early dinner. And then I'm gonna do the art cupboard tomorrow morning, or maybe later in the day, because I've had enough now. I can't be bothered, but that's our productivity for the day. Good morning, it's Sunday now, it's the next day. We didn't end up doing much last night. I didn't do the art cupboard. We just watched TV, hung out with Ellie, had some dinner, and then went to bed. I pretty much slept on the couch for most of the night, and then we went to bed, went to sleep. It is 10 o'clock now. We're just about to leave to go and pick up the boys from my mum's house. I have some breast milk to freeze over the last couple of days, so I'm going to quickly do that. And then we're going to head out, and I don't think we've got much planned for the rest of the day. I don't think we've got anything planned for the rest of the day. Probably just going to come home and stay home because it's raining. But I'm going to quickly do this. All done. 300 ml going into the freezer. Hello, it is 4 o'clock now on Sunday. Really not sure what I filmed today, but I'm gonna end the weekly vlog off here. Today's been such a difficult day. I don't think I remembered how hard it is when they go for a sleepover. When they come back, they're just so dysregulated because they've had like not very good food, like they've probably been on devices, and even though I told them don't watch YouTube or YouTube Kids, Mason told me he watched it all day. So yeah, I've got such a bad headache. I haven't like had time, like enough silence for my headache to go away, so it's just getting worse and worse. Ellie's not sleeping, the boys are really loud. And yeah, I'm just really tired. This morning when we left, we got coffee and Ellie cried the entire time, and we got stuck in the McDonald's drive-thru for 15 minutes of her crying. She cried in the car for another 10 minutes because we had to drop something off somewhere. I'll go in a second and give her a dummy. I've already done it twice and it's not working. It's not gonna work. But yeah, we got to my mum's house, came back home, and then since then the kids have just been so loud and crazy. Ellie hasn't been sleeping. They've all just been like crying pretty much, and yeah, my head is absolutely killing me. So yeah, it's 4 o'clock, so the boys will go down to bed in probably 2 hours. Who knows what Ellie's gonna do tonight. And then we're gonna get takeout for dinner because I've had enough. I'm ending the vlog. Have you got anything you'd like to say about today?
Kids are crazy.
Kids are crazy. Ellie's crying. I haven't cried yet today, I don't think, but it's coming soon. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next vlog. Bye.